In the ever-evolving world of football, very few players manage to rise from obscurity to superstardom before their 21st birthday. But Jude Bellingham isn't your typical footballer. From the gritty streets of Birmingham to the hallowed grounds of the Santiago Bernabeu, Bellingham's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. He's not just a rising talent, he's already commanding the biggest stages, outshining veterans, and carrying the weight of expectations with the composure of a seasoned pro. This is the story of how a teenage midfielder became the golden boy of Real Madrid and one of the most electrifying players in world football. Jude Victor William Bellingham was born on June 29, 2003, in Starbridge, a town in England's West Midlands. Raised in a working-class family, Jude's footballing bloodline can be traced to his father, Mark Bellingham, a legendary figure in non-league football who scored over 700 goals while working full-time as a police officer. Growing up, Jude was surrounded by the game, watching his father, and falling in love with football from a very young age. At just 8 years old, he joined Birmingham City's youth academy, and it didn't take long for coaches to recognize that they had a special talent on their hands. Jude wasn't just technically gifted, he possessed a rare maturity, leadership quality, and tireless work ethic that set him apart from his peers. By the time he was 16, Bellingham was knocking on the door of Birmingham's first team. In August 2019, he made his debut, becoming the club's youngest ever senior player at 16 years and 38 days old. What made his debut even more memorable was that he didn't just show up, he made an instant impact, scoring the match winner against Stoke City. Week after week, he delivered commanding performances in the Championship, England's notoriously tough second division. His ability to read the game, drive forward with the ball, and hold his own against grown men earned him not just praise, but attention from Europe's biggest clubs. At the end of the 2019-20 season, Jude made headlines once again. Not for something he did on the pitch, but for something the club did. Birmingham City made the controversial decision to retire Bellingham's number 22 shirt, citing his impact at such a young age and calling him a once-in-a-generation talent. Many fans thought it was premature. After all, he had only played one season. But in hindsight, Birmingham saw what the world was about to discover, that Jude Bellingham was destined for greatness. In July 2020, Jude Bellingham made a bold decision, one that would shape his future. At just 17 years old, he turned down Manchester United and instead chose Borussia Dortmund, a club known for nurturing young talent. It was a move that proved to be brilliant. At Dortmund, Jude didn't have to wait to make his mark. He became the youngest English player to start a Champions League match and quickly became a vital part of the team's midfield. In a squad filled with promising talents like Erling Haaland and Jadon Sancho, Bellingham stood out for his intelligence, composure, and fierce competitiveness. What made him even more impressive was how quickly he adapted to top-level European football. He played with the swagger of someone far older, dictating games against Bayern Munich, Sevilla, and Manchester City. He even scored in the Champions League quarter-final against City in 2021, a performance that had Pep Guardiola calling him something special. His time in Dortmund wasn't just about development, it was about domination. Over 3 seasons, Bellingham became the heart of the team, earning the Bundesliga Player of the Season award in 2022-23. He captained the side at just 19, showcasing maturity and leadership that convinced a footballing world he was ready for the next level. In June 2023, Real Madrid came calling, and Jude answered. The Spanish giants secured his signature for over €100 million, making him the most expensive English player in La Liga history. It was a risky move for both parties. Real Madrid is a club where pressure destroys careers. The Bernabeu demands perfection. But Bellingham arrived in Spain like he belonged there. He wasn't just playing alongside legends like Luka Modric and Toni Kroos, he was outshining them. In his very first games, he began scoring at a stunning rate, netting 10 goals in his first 10 La Liga appearances. It was a level of impact not seen since Cristiano Ronaldo. What made Jude's start even more impressive was how he adapted to a more advanced, goal-scoring role. Traditionally a central midfielder, Bellingham embraced the iconic number 5 shirt worn by Zinedine Zidane and took on the responsibility of being Madrid's new talisman. He wasn't just scoring, he was leading, inspiring, and dominating games. Whether it was last-minute winners, derby heroics, or Champions League brilliance, Jude Bellingham had arrived as the face of Real Madrid's future. In just a few months, Jude Bellingham went from a rising star to one of the most marketable names in football. His performances earned him the Golden Boy Award, a place in FIFPro's World 11, and comparisons to the greats. Off the pitch, his charisma, humility, and maturity made him a fan favorite. He became the symbol of a new generation, a player who plays with heart, passion, and respect for the game. He also brought a fresh energy to England's national team. Already a regular under Gareth Southgate, Bellingham was instrumental in England's 2024 European Championship run. His link-up with players like Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka, and Declan Rice gave the Three Lions a dynamic and fearless midfield that England had long lacked. At just 21, Jude wasn't just part of the team, he was already one of its leaders. Brands, fans, pundits, and even rivals were all talking about him. But through it all, Bellingham remained grounded, often crediting his family, especially his father, for keeping him focused and humble. So, where does Jude Bellingham go from here? For most players, reaching Real Madrid is the peak. But for Jude, it feels like just the beginning. He's already shown he can carry a team, inspire millions, and deliver on the biggest stages. With the likes of Kylian Mbappe potentially joining Madrid and young talents like Vinicius Jr., Camavinga, and Tchouaméni around him, Bellingham is poised to be the beating heart of the next Real Madrid dynasty. But more importantly, he represents something bigger. A reminder that hard work, fearlessness, and belief can take you anywhere. In a world where hype often overshadows substance, Jude Bellingham is the real deal. From Birmingham's number 22 to Madrid's number 5, his story is only getting started. Thank you for watching the story of Jude Bellingham's insane rise to Real Madrid stardom. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below who you'd like us to cover next. Until next time, keep chasing greatness.